Hello, boys and girls, and we're back on day 2 of motion. And remember, this informational text is by Brewster. I read the beginning of this informational text. You remember? So I'm going to look at the table of contents and I'm going to show you. We did words to think about. I did the introduction. I know I read chapter 1. What is position? I read chapter 2. What is speed? And today I'm going to move on to chapter 3. What is direction? Chapter 4. How does motion change? I'm going to read the conclusion and then I'll show you what the glossary and the index look like at the end of this book. So those are the words. This is the introduction. Chapter 1 I read to you. Chapter 2 I read. And now today we're going to focus on chapter 3. It says, what is direction? And here we have that bold print again. Remember I've been talking to you about it? That it's thicker and bigger than the rest of the words. It says, direction is the path an object follows as it moves. You can describe a motion by telling it an object's direction. Objects can move in many different directions. What directions can you see on these pages? So I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at all the captions because captions always help me understand the story. I can see that the girls are going in different directions. She's going up and she's coming down, and that's what it says. Up and down is a direction. I'm looking at this picture and it's a curved line. The boat is moving in a curved way. Do you see it? And I'm looking at this picture with the crab, and the crab makes zigzag lines on the sand. Do you see them? Zigzag. This plane makes a straight line. Do you see it? And this Ferris wheel, it goes around and around, and it makes round movements. And these boys on these swings, they go back and forth, back and forth. So these are all kinds of directions that we or objects can move to. Chapter 4. How does motion change? An object's motion does not stay the same. An object can start moving, speed up, slow down, and stop. An object can also change direction. Pushing or pulling can change an object's direction. I'm going to look at the captions to help me understand. I can see that these boats, they're changing their motion. They're changing their direction. They're coming from way back here and they're making a curved line to avoid hitting this pier. These boats are changing direction as they move, and I can see that. Now this caption. Pulling changes the motion of the rope. They are changing the way the rope is moving. They're pulling it and they're making it move. It says, figure it out. What are some ways that your body's motion changes when you play tag with your friends? Let's close our eyes and visualize that. When we play tag with our friends, how do we move? How does our motion change? Well, when somebody plays tag and then you tap them, they start running. And then they chase after you and they see that they're coming. And sometimes you move in a zigzag way, or sometimes you move in a curve way, or sometimes you even move in a backwards way. I'm going to change the page. It says, conclusion. Objects are in motion all around you. You can describe motion by telling how objects change position over time. You can describe the speed and direction of moving objects. The motion of objects can change. I'm going to use the pictures to help me understand again. It says, describing motion. Can you describe motion? What are the ways we describe motion? And then it says, you can describe them with a position. And this parachute is above the ocean. And I can see that you can describe motion with speed. And I look at this picture and they're rowing that boat really fast. So their speed is fast. I can describe the motion too by looking at these fish. And these fish are going in a straight line. I'm going to change the page. Oh, and that was the end. But now it talks about, it shows me the glossary. And remember those bold words? It shows them again, just to make sure that I paid attention to them. But we did. We saw direction. We saw the word fast. We saw the word motion, position, slow, speed. On this page, it says fun fish facts. I'm going to read them. The Q must be for question. What is the fastest fish? I wonder, what is the fastest fish? Well, it says the sailfish can swim more than 60 miles an hour. This speed is as fast as a car on a highway. That is pretty fast. 60 miles per hour is pretty fast. That's how fast I drive when I'm in the highway. Another question. It says, what is the slowest fish? I'm going to see. Answer. A for answer. It says the tiny seahorse takes nearly an hour to swim just 5 feet. The seahorse holds its body upright as it swims. Oh, a seahorse is one of the slowest fish in the sea. Question. What are some fish that can swim backward? The electric eel and the moray eel. It's A for answer. It says only a few fish can swim backward, such as electric eels and moray eels. These eels move their flat bodies in waves or ripples. This motion allows the eels to swim forward and backward. That was a cool informational text we just read. Well, it says, now it's your turn. What are some different ways that you can move? When do you move? When do you move fast? And when do you move slow? When do you move backward? Well, look at your assignments and then make sure that you submit them on Schoology. I can't wait for you to tell me when you move differently.